Jamie, we're down here today at your new amateur gym, Walkden ABC. So we're here to have a little tour, so take it away.
So this is like in the centre of Walkden where I grew up, and we wanted to put it here because it's right in between two sort of the main estates around here, one in Walkden, one in Little Hulton, so it's easy for the kids to sort of access it. No sort of danger crossing roads and stuff like that. So reception next door is like a youth zone. It's called the Den. And it's what Salford Council, so we share this unit with Salford Council. They have that side for just general youth, you know, to get them in off the streets. And this is the boxing gym. So this is like the old quality save. This whole unit was the old quality save. So when we first got here, we sort of set it out, designed the walls and stuff, and make sure we had enough space to get as many kids in as we could. And this is the end product.
So I know you've been trying to set something up for a few years now, Jamie. How difficult of a process has it been to finally reach this point?
It's more difficult than you'd ever imagine, you know, especially for the reason why you're doing it. So I came to the centre here. The centre was really keen at first, and there was a few obstacles. They had plans to change the way the shopping centre was, so they wasn't sure whether they'd be able to give us the space. Then the police tried to block it, saying that it's going to cause problems from different areas in Salford, and you know, we had to sit down with them and sort of showing them evidence about the impact on what boxing gyms have on communities like this. And then eventually we talked them round after a couple of years, and then we started the process, found this location, set all the plans out, started getting all the work done. Probably took near enough 6 months to get it all set up. And then all the restrictions kicked in and lockdown, the first lockdown, literally about 2 weeks before the first lockdown, we was ready to open, and we were saying, well, there's not really much point, because there was rumours about lockdown. We said, you know, let's see what happens, because there's no point in opening it up and then having to get it shut. So we sat here for 15 months, costing us money. Basically, we had to pay the rent. We couldn't claim any money because it wasn't already established. Yet we was having to pay the rent because we'd signed the lease. So it was an absolute nightmare, but we're here now and we've got it in, and you know, forgetting about money and stuff like that. There's some of the stories what we're hearing already about the kids. You know, we've had kids who have come and signed up and early on and were suffering, you know, with they was nervous about coming, or you know, anxious, and it was a mixture of just coming here in general and the lockdowns and stuff, and some of them wasn't even going back into school properly yet. And I said, listen, I don't want that to happen. You know, I know how beneficial a place like this will be for confidence and to sort of get over that step. So we offered them, said, why don't you come, we'll get the coaches to do one-on-ones with you, 1 or 2 sessions, get you in the gym, get the feel for it. You know, once you get the bug, that's it. And then I said, and then we'll sort of integrate them into the main classes. And it's worked a treat. We've had like 6 or 7 kids now who've done that, who've come, didn't really want to, I mean, we've had them turn up here and then start to walk out, and we've had to, you know, stop them and say, please listen, I understand, if you don't want to come in, that's fine, but come back tomorrow and we'll do your one-on-one. And they have done, and then they're in the normal classes now and thriving, so it's been great.
So Jamie, how many kids have you got currently using the facilities?
We've had to split it into 3 sessions at the moment, because we're only allowed 20 kids in at the moment because of restrictions. But we've had, every class has been full, so we've had 60 kids every time, which is 60 kids off the streets where it would have been. This shopping centre's got one of the worst antisocial behaviour rates in the evenings in Greater Manchester. So that was another reason why I wanted it here, because if they're going to be around here, they hear about it. It's just literally around the corner. It's dead easy to get them in off the street. So yeah, it's already, we're hearing really nice stories about how it's changing kids' confidence and personalities, and you know, the amount of kids who are in here instead of out there on the street, it's just, I don't have to put a smile on my face.
I know it's early stages yet, but are there any kind of kids in particular you thought maybe if they stuck at it, there's somewhere they can go with boxing?
Definitely. I mean, the official opening was only a couple of weeks ago, but with this, it's been open nearly 12 weeks now, and And there's some already carry boxes from some gyms locally have shut down and stuff. Astley, for instance, where our professional gym is, that's closed down now because of lockdowns and stuff. So a few of them have moved over here, and then some of the younger ones who are coming through, you know, who have only been here 3 months, you can see they've really got potential. So, and it's lovely because a lot of their parents, I've known them all my life. I've grew up in this area all my life, and I'm looking at their kids, sort of, and they're loving it. They're really enthusiastic, and they're not bad at all. But aside from the boxing, I know the impact it's going to have on them as people, you know, about the work ethic and the commitment and sort of how it changes your personality or improves different parts of your personality like that. I'm just buzzing that all that time, all that effort. Charlotte from Maverick Stars was absolute godsend. She was the one who sort of, after a couple of years, I'd sort of lost all hope in getting this off the ground. And if it wasn't for Charlotte, she literally said to me, "Have you never thought of opening an amateur boxing club?" And I went, "Don't even start me off on that." And so I told her the story, and she said, "Listen, don't give up now. You've done loads of headway. Stay on at the shopping centre. I'm sure they'll turn their finger." I said, "Listen, I haven't got the time." So she went, "I'll do it for you. Let me do the rest of the legwork for you now, and we'll get it going." And she did. She was persistent. She wouldn't leave it alone, and we're here where we are now. So 100%. If it wasn't for Charlotte's help, this gym wouldn't be here.
Jamie, you said you'd never train professional fighters, and yet you've got a stable full of them. You've opened up an amateur gym now. What's next? Have you thought about your next move?
Well, do you know what? I just think I'm a big believer in, if you do okay in whatever field, in what area you think you should give something back, try and give something back, because the opportunity what I got given, Dave Langor, my amateur coach, opened the gym up in Kenyon Way in Little, which is a couple of miles down the road, 1993. If that man hadn't have opened that gym, my life would not be played out as it has done. It's changed my life forever. And lots of other people. So Rob O'Connor, who was one of my teammates, he now helps out here with the kids. Chris Ogden, who was another one of our teammates, he's the one who trains the seniors here now. So there's loads of little backstories to it, and it all comes from Dave Langorn opening an amateur boxing club in 1993, and my life changed forever. And then as a knock-on effect, a few other people's lives have changed, and now I wanted to do this because I know the impact it'll have on people's lives. And in 20 years' time, when we hear them stories about other people doing nice things and stuff, I go, there we go, it was all worthwhile.
Jamie, I know you mentioned there was a room kind of at the back of the youth zone next door and that. What's going to be the plan with that? Is that kind of a joint partnership between Repair, yourself and the council, I take it?
Yeah, so we're going to run a boxing college through here. So this is going to be, obviously, the boxing gym will be used in the mornings for the practical stuff. You know, they're going to be doing BTEC level 1, level 2, so group training, fitness, nutrition, all that sort of stuff. And we're building a classroom at the back at the moment, so they'll be able to do it all here. Because in general, they'd have been here in the morning, they'd have had to get a bus or make their way to a different part of Salford to do the classroom work. So we thought it made sense to just invest a little bit more, get the classroom built in the back, and then it made it dead easy for them to just wander in and out. And then when it's a 2-year course, then obviously vice versa, they'll do classroom in the morning and change it over. So again, it's just a lot of the kids who are going into college age, 16 to 18, they're still in the situation where they might not be able to afford to get a bus, you know, to wherever. Or I just thought it'd be more convenient if we try and give kids or youths in this area the opportunity and build this area rather than sending them out to different places. Yeah. Invest some back in local where you're from.
Right, Jamie, I don't know whether there's restrictions or not with regards to going into the youth zone, but can we have a little tour of that as well? Or?
Yeah, come, let's go. We'll go this way. This is the fire exit, but we can walk through this way. So there's going to be like a football pitch in there, a gaming area, and then pool table, table tennis, air hockey. So it's not, they're actually not quite ready to go yet, but it's on its way. So you can see that was the old entrance for quality saving.
Yeah.
So this is now our fire exit. And then this is where the classroom is going to be for the school stuff.
When are you hoping to have this set up?
It'll be ready. So we've already got people registered now to start in September. So the college will start in September, so this will be a classroom. So again, it's just an option for kids around here,
Yeah.
or youths to explore different avenues. And this is going to be like the gaming area for them. That's where all the other kids will sit and heckle. There's gaming stations behind there, so they've had a programme through here today. I've been down and spoke to some 16 to 18 year olds who were looking on which direction the lives want to go in. So they've had a programme run here today, so I've been down after the gym today and I was down here talking to them. So I just think, you know, I wish, even though my life was alright, a few of the lads who used to box with us, they sort of went off the track a little bit at that age, sort of 16 to 18. You leave high school, and you know, I just wonder. I always think if someone would have sat them down and had a bit of a chat with them, would it have made a difference? Could it have made them maybe stay on the right track? And I got ashes today about doing it, and I didn't really have time, to be honest. I was rushing about everywhere, and I thought, you know what? If I say no, and then something happens to one of them kids, then maybe half an hour of my time might be able to make a difference to them. So I did run out my way and did it. Yeah, here's some of the kids now coming in.
Hiya.
Alright.
Okay.
So this is Shan. She helps out.
Hello, Shan.
Reactors. Here's one of the next champs. You want to be a champ in it? What's your name?
Mark.
Mark. Here's one of our future champs.
Mark, enjoying it so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You won't be tonight.
You won't be tonight.
I'm coaching tonight.
Oh, big session tonight.
Well, Jamie, as any kind of final words from yourself then? Just kind of what does this all mean to you personally?
Just the effects and impact what it's having already is the exact reason why I wanted to do it in the first place. So again, I just want a big massive thank you to Charlotte from Mavericks, because without her help it wouldn't have been possible.
We'll leave that there. Shout out to Charlotte from Mavericks as well. Jamie, thank you for your tour.
Cheers, and nice one, pal.